The story begins with a boy coming out of a plane crash. This boy's name is Ralph. He meets another boy called Piggy. Piggy didn't choose that name, but was given as a nickname due to his body structure. He also wears glasses, which play a huge part in the story, and has asthma, so you know he's going to have a hard time on this island. The two boys are trying to figure out where they are and what happened. It appears the plane they were on was attacked as they were being evacuated due to a nuclear war. They realized that they could be on an island with no adult supervision. This appears exciting to Ralph, while it worries Piggy. As Ralph is swimming in a pool, he discovers a conch shell. Piggy tells him that they can blow the shell to call on any survivors. Ralph does that, and several boys show up to where they are. Boys from all over the island show up, and most want to listen to what the boy who has blown the conch has to say. Among the boys are Jack, a choir boy who already seems to have a group of other choir boys following him around. There's Simon, who's a bit younger but very in tune with nature. There's also Roger, who occasionally throws stones at the young ones, missing on purpose, but just being a bully. There's twin boys called Sam and Eric, and a group of other young boys, some as young as 6 years old. In the gathering, they try to figure out where they are and what they need to do. Ralph suggests that they need a chief. The boys put it up for a vote. It is between Jack and Ralph is chosen by the majority. This doesn't sit right with Jack, as he sees that he should be the leader, being that he's strong. Ralph suggests to Jack that he could be in charge of the choir boys. Jack is pleased with that, and he decides that he will make them into hunters. The first order of business is to light a fire so as to alert any passing ships so they can be rescued. They go up to the mountain. As they are trying to figure out how to light a fire, Jack grabs Piggy's glasses and uses them to light the fire. Piggy is not the biggest fan of Jack, as he is already bullying him. Soon after, the fire they have started breaks out of control. Piggy realizes that one of the younger boys is missing and could be down where the fire is spreading. This boy is never seen again in the book, so he can guess what happened. Ralph tries to arrange a schedule of how they will keep the fire burning at all times. Piggy is extremely disappointed in how the others are acting and insists that more important things need to be done. Jack says that hunting is what they need to focus on. Ralph begins the process of building shelters. He is frustrated as he gets little help in building. Only Simon really helps out. One day, as Piggy and Ralph are at the beach, they see a ship at a distance. They look up the mountain and see that there is no fire. They rush up to try and relight the fire, but it is too late. Jack shows up with a pig that he and his boys have hunted. At the moment, Ralph does not care about that. He's extremely angry that Jack and his boys let the fire go out. An argument ensues, which leads to Jack punching Piggy and breaks one of the lenses of his glasses. Jack offers meat to everyone. Ralph uses Piggy's glasses, even though broken, to light a fire, and they cook the meat. Piggy is not having the best time on this island. As the days go by, Ralph and Piggy realize that the younger boys are always having nightmares. They always talk about a beast on the island. Some say it comes from the ocean. Others say it is snake-like. Others even say it is a ghost. There is a lot of hysteria surrounding the beast. Ralph tries to convince everyone no such thing exists. Jack, now making the situation better, says that they just need to hunt the beast. You can see a huge rift between Jack and Ralph based on how they think things should be run. Ralph is concerned with keeping order and trying to find a way to get rescued, while Jack's caveman genes are in full throttle. This guy just wants to hunt every single day. Piggy is scared of Jack taking control and sees Ralph as the obstacle to Jack unleashing tyranny on the island. You see, the conch is a symbol of order, as no one speaks unless they have it in their hand. Piggy makes sure of this, and it even gives the young ones a voice. Jack openly shows his disdain for it but respects its authority when Ralph is around, making Piggy relieved. On one night, a plane is shot down and a man falls with a parachute. The man dies and is tangled up in the rocks with his parachute. When Sam and Eric are gathering firewood early in the morning, they see the guy hanging, but due to the wind, it looks strange and they think it's a beast. They run away to tell the others. Piggy is still very skeptical, as he is a man of science. The others are getting frightened. They decide to go and look for it. Ralph joins the party. They go together with Jack and Roger to where they usually have the fire. The figure, due to shadows, looks huge, and it looks like it's bowing down. The wind forces the face to be revealed, which they now see the dismembered face and now completely believe that this is the beast. To them, this is a confirmation of the beast on the island. They flee and confirm to tell the others what they saw. This leads to an argument between Jack and Ralph on how to handle the beast. Ralph tells Jack that he and his hunters are just boys with sticks and they can't do anything. This angers Jack, and he stages a mutiny. Unfortunately for him, the boys still want to follow Ralph. He runs off in anger, crying, and says he'll start his own tribe and will be chief. After a few days, Ralph realizes most of the older boys are with Jack. He's only been left with the younger ones, Piggy, Sam, and Eric. Simon is usually away in the forest enjoying nature. Jack decides that his new tribe will just be hunting. They have even painted their bodies and have now embraced that life. Being rescued is not even on their minds. They kill a sow and stick the head on a spike as a sacrifice to the beast, hoping it will leave them alone. Piggy tells Ralph that they can start a fire near the beach. It won't be as noticeable as the one on the mountain, but it's still something. During one of his nature treks, Simon stumbles upon the sow's head on a spike. He is in a state of hallucination, and the head starts talking to him. It is surrounded by flies and is identified as the Lord of the Flies. It starts telling Simon that the beast is not on the island, but it is inside each one of them. It taunts Simon, saying that it's going to have fun with him. It even says that the boys will do him in. Simon passes out. Down at the beach, Jack has invited everyone to a feast at his camp, Ralph and Piggy included, which they attend. They are eating and even doing tribal dances. Simon wakes up and it is very stormy. He walks up the mountain and sees the dead guy hanging. He realizes that it is just a corpse and rushes to try and tell the others that this is no beast. As the others are in a state of frenzy, dancing in the storm, they see something crawling out of the jungle. They panic and attack the beast. The beast tells them what is on the mountain, but it is too late. They have killed Simon. The ocean carries his body. The wind also blows the parachuter's body to the shore, which makes the boys flee, and the ocean also carries it away. Ralph is troubled the next morning so much by what they have done. He tells Piggy, and Piggy tries to justify the actions by saying it was an accident, it was dark, people were terrified. But Ralph deep down knows that they have lost something. Jack's tribe doesn't feel bothered by what was done. They even claim that the beast came disguised. During the night, Ralph and his guys are attacked by Jack's boys. After the chaos, they realize that they had come for Piggy's glasses. Piggy is now basically blind. They try to figure out what they're going to do, even calling for a meeting, but Ralph knows Jack does not respect the Conch. They decide to confront Jack at his camp, which is called Castle Rock. Ralph and Jack begin fighting with spears. The twins, Sam and Eric, are captured. Piggy lifts up the conch and tries to reason with them, telling them that they are acting like a crowd of kids. At some point, he even sounds like he's auditioning for the KKK, comparing them to a pack of painted niggers. The boys just boo him and don't want to reason about anything. Roger rolls a boulder off a cliff. The boulder hits Piggy, crushing the conch into pieces. Piggy falls 40 feet down, cracking his head open. The waves carry his body away. Jack stakes his claim as overall chief and tries to seize Ralph. Ralph manages to get away, but is now a man on the run. The next day, there is a manhunt for Ralph. He is warned by Sam and Eric that Roger has sharpened both sides of a stick. He is being smoked out as the other boys light fires. He keeps on evading them, but he can't hold out for much longer. As the fire is engulfing the jungle, he tries to run to open space on the shore, falling to the ground, knowing this is it for him. He surprisingly sees a grown-up in front of him. The gentleman is a Navy soldier. He asks him a few questions, and the guy says their behavior is unfitting of British boys. He says that they saw the fire on the island and decided to check it out. Ralph begins to weep for the loss of his innocence, the darkness of man's heart, and for the loss of his true friend Piggy. The other boys, too, also begin to weep. That is Lord of the Flies by William Golding.